All right, welcome back. We've got Miss Delaney joining us today. We were actually just talking about how she got into the pageantry world, but it's okay because now we get to tell the world, Delaney.
Yes, I'm so excited.
So yeah, first, how are you doing today?
I'm so excited. I'm just honored to be here. It's truly a blessing.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. And this is a really cool thing that you're doing, right? You were telling me just a little minute ago that you suffered with separation anxiety and social anxiety, which a lot of us do, right? And how this pageant system has really just helped you blossom into the beautiful young woman that is sitting here with me today. Yeah, of course. So first, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are welcome. You'll be hitting the stage again in June.
June this summer, yes.
That is so exciting. So before we get into all that, kind of take us through your journey, Delaney. How did we get to be Miss Empire, right? Miss America's Teen Empire.
So I started competing in middle school. And ever since then, I just grew my love for the pageant industry, and then I started competing in the Miss America organization at 13. I love what the Miss America organization is about. It's all about scholarship opportunities for young women ages 14 to 28 all throughout the nation, and I love the system so much. I've been competing for 3 years, and I can't wait to compete for the title of Miss Georgia's Teen this summer.
Wow, that is so exciting. So, I mean, what are some of you were telling me there's 5 different pillars that you all focus on when it comes to pageantry, which I think is beautiful because a lot of people don't know that, right? They think that it's just all about looks, and it is so much more. Like she just said, this helped her literally break out of her shell into the confident woman that she is now. So kind of talk to us about the different 5 pillars.
So we have style, success, scholarship, service, and sisterhood. And I love the scholarship aspect. Again, that's what makes the Miss America organization so special. People often have the misconception that it's all about looks and beauty, but the Miss America organization is so much more than that. It's about education and service in your community. I truly believe in service in my community because my community has built me up to the person I am today, and has gotten me this far. It does truly take a village.
Wow, and speaking of community, let's kind of talk about your initiative, right? So let's talk about why you chose it and kind of what you're doing now to work on that.
So I am currently, as Miss Empire of the South Teen, I have my podcast, Together We Face Our Fears, as well as my workshop, Together We Face Our Fears. My podcast is to our older generation, like parents with teens struggling with anxiety that might not know what it looks like, or maybe teens who aren't aware of what anxiety is and they realize they're struggling, and for me to be that role model and give them the tools and resources. And with my workshop, Together We Face Our Fears, I'm actually going to Blandford Elementary very soon, which is actually my old elementary school, just to give kids those tools and resources again, and to be that role model, to give them an open space to talk about what they're going through, because I know that was very vital for me growing up. So.
Yeah, and in the Miss America pageant system, do you have to have a talent?
We do. I'm a dancer. I've been a competitive dancer for a very long time. I've been dancing since I was 2, and which also encouraged me to enter the Miss America, Miss Georgia organization because my dance is something I'm super passionate about. So being able to bring that to the stage as well is truly a joy and a blessing.
So let's talk, before we end, right, let's talk about what it was like for you to win, Delaney. Tell me about that moment on stage when they called your name and they crowned you.
Truly just a shock, such a blessing to be Miss Empire of the South Teen. The Atlanta board, which I'm a part of, and the Atlanta community is such a big community, and to be able to represent that, it's just, I was so shocked. I remember hearing my name and I was like, me? I was like, oh my gosh, really? And I was so excited to really step into the role and start getting prepared for Miss Georgia, to compete for Miss Georgia's Teen. But as Miss Empire of the South Teen, I've been able to serve my community in so many ways that I never thought I would be able to do.
And my last question for you, Miss Delaney, before we wrap is, what does it mean to you to be Miss Empire of the South Teen?
To be Miss Empire of the South Teen it means leadership. You have to be a leader, not just a leader, but a true and authentic leader. You have to show kids, 8-year-old me never thought that she'd be up on the Miss Georgia stage, being able to talk to hundreds of people because she could barely raise her hand in class. So just to be a true and authentic leader and showing kids that if I'm in this position, you can be too.
And I said that was my last question, I lied to you. What's some advice you have for other young women who are looking to get into this avenue?
Well, you can definitely check out MissGeorgia.net for more information if you want to get into the system or you want to start competing. And just know not to be pressured. It's okay. We're all girls. We're here to lift you up, and we're a sisterhood. Not just we're competing against each other, but we're competing to better ourselves.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing this with us, Delaney. And we wish you nothing but the best of luck when you hit the stage in June.
So much. Thank you.
We're going to be having our fingers crossed for her that she brings home the title of Miss Georgia Teen, right?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And then we'll have to have you come back on for a little celebratory remark, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on. Like I said, sharing this message to a lot of young women, because I feel like we need to have the misconception of pageantry broken. So
Absolutely.
we really appreciate your expertise.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, and good luck. And when we come back, we've got some more news for you.